Are you tired of making $8 an hour? Well, I'm going to teach you how to make more with your attitude. Stay tuned. Hey! How you guys doing today? Welcome to my first video for my new series, 5 Minutes to $50,000, where we're going to be going over some lessons. I'm going to teach you how to be someone that people can depend on, look up to, and of course, make $50,000 in the process. Today's topic is all about attitudes. Alright, attitude's a very important part of everybody's life. For today's lesson, I like to start off with a really good analogy using the Wright brothers. Now, I don't know about a lot of you guys out there, but they worked together for 5 years. And they failed 1,000 times. Me personally, I can barely stand a family get-together for Thanksgiving or Christmas, let alone they did this for 5 years, working with the same people every day. It takes a great amount of attitude to work together, that positivity, without blaming each other and just moving forward and fixing their problems. And I think with that, what I want to portray is your attitude depicts how successful you are. Using attitude as the lesson, I think there's two major ideas that go with attitude. The first thing that makes attitude important is how influential it can be. Any day that you wake up, your attitude affects everybody else around you, and everybody else's attitude affects everything you do daily. So with how influential attitude is, you get what you give, okay? For example, let's say you're driving down a highway. You're going 70 miles an hour, you're being a very good citizen, you're driving the speed limit, and then some guy, no, wait, not just some guy, the dude. You know the dude, right? He's wearing sunglasses, he's in a 2001 beat up Honda Civic, he's probably got like half a muffler on his car, and you just hear him go zoom right past you and cuts you off in the highway, right? Now, for 15 seconds, nothing in this world matters to you more than to get back at this guy. All they did was get a little bit too close to your car. And yet, it caused an involuntary reaction to scream at him. And for, again, 15 seconds, you see rage. That one action has caused an attitude change in you. Now, again, for those 15 seconds, you are willing to cut 3 other people off in order to get back at that person, to cut them right back off, because that is the ultimate goal when someone does it to you. Having said that, in the easiest form, that's how influential attitude can be. It could be something someone says or something someone does. It doesn't matter, but what matters is how you perceive that and how you take that in and project that attitude back. You got to be able to take that in, and you have to still project confidence and positivity no matter what happens. Which brings me to my next point. It doesn't matter what someone says or something does. What does matter is that your attitude impacts everybody else. And no matter what other people do around you, your job as an individual is to take in any kind of action or whatever happens around you and project that confidence and positivity to everybody else. Because it's a multiplier. You gotta be able to take yourself and keep your composure, and you have to project as much positivity as you possibly can. Which brings me to my next point of attitude. You know, people with really good attitude have a better sense of living. Someone with a good attitude experience better living. And why is that, right? So let's use this analogy. Is the glass half full or half empty? People with a very good attitude typically experience better living situations. And why is that? Well, it depends on how you're thinking. The glass is half full, you're probably a positive thinker. But if the glass is half empty, you're leaning more towards the negative side. And for the parents out there, they're wondering why their child is staring at a glass of milk. That same positive and negative thinking can relate to anybody's job at the same time. With all the poverty, the hunger, and the Cardi B music in this world, there's enough negativity. Positive thinking means always being thankful for what you have. You have a job to go to, something to rely on. You work for fulfillment first, not the money. Let's take the Wright brothers again. They failed 1,000 times, but they just kept going with one another. It didn't matter what happened. They just stayed positive and they persevered and they got through their problem. That's what everybody else has to do. With that, understanding how having a positive attitude can influence you and everyone else around you. It can change your life. And of course, be on your way to make $50,000. Hey, before you leave, if you like my content, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Thanks.